Hello, we are here for one more lesson of this AxisVM training course, and the topic for today will be the main toolbar. So the main toolbar is this area where we have these icons. Most of them are icons and functions that we already seen along these videos that were released until today. Anyway, it is a very important area of the graphical interface of AxisVM, so we must spend a couple of minutes talking a little about them in the perspective of the toolbar group of functions. So starting with this, we have this first icon, which, as you may know, because it's a common symbol in many of the software that runs in computers. This is the icon that corresponds to the new model. So if I click there, new, and I have one model open, so it's asking me to save the model and open a new one. This one goes to the function to open a new model. Basically, it is the same because it will close the one I have open at the moment, and it will open an existent file in my computer or in the network. This is the save function, so I can give a name. Then we have the print. The print will go to this dialog box we've seen previously, and that has all the printing functions to print whatever we may have in our graphical area. Then we have these functions, the undo and the redo, which go back and forward in terms of the path of commands that we do. In our particular case, they are a little grayed out because this model here, I have not done any work, so I have nothing to go back and forward. Okay, but we've seen already the concept of moving along the functions either to the front or back. Then we have this function here. This is the layer manager. So this is something that already was it was already spoken. It's the command and the dialog box where we can manage the information about layers. Then we have this something also repeated. This the function called stories. In our particular model, we also don't have any stories, but it's again, it's a dialog box that manage that kind of information. Table browser, okay, it will browse whatever we want in terms of the software also, but it will show all the informations in the format data in tables. This function here, the report maker, we've seen already about this to create reports. A couple of options to manage that part, and these two functions. First one, call it the drawing library. We've seen this also in the past, and this one, it's the save to drawing library. So something that was spoken about a couple of times in our previous videos. Finally, and I left this one behind, it is this function which is called the making 3D PDF. So basically give us the opportunity to export the current view as a 3D PDF file, which you can open in an Acrobat Reader, where you usually are opening your text PDFs, which is the most common use for PDFs. But it's very interesting that we can also open the views of our drawing in PDF format in 3D, and then we can manage the information inside. I will not show that particular function here because I don't have this activated in my computer, so I cannot show you that activation and that possibility to open the PDF in 3D, but it's a very simple function. So almost of you should have this activated in your computer if you have um, Acrobat Reader, which is free, so it's not very difficult to have that around. So this was a brief description of the functions inside the main toolbar. Any help or support that you may need about these functions, even that they were spoken already in some of our previous videos, but again, any help you may need, so you know what to reach us, send us an email or put a comment in the video, and we will give you all the necessary help or support that you may need.